Assalamu alaikum wa marhaban. You are welcome. In this lesson of today, we want to discuss further الفعل اللازم والفعل المتعدي. Now let me drop my book first so we can focus. In the last lesson, link placed above, I told you that the Arabic verbs, just like in English, they are classified into two. We have الفعل اللازم, which is called the intransitive verb, and we also have الفعل المتعدي, which is called the transitive verb. And we said the simple difference can be found in the example I'm going to give you today. Just consider these two examples. The first one says Ja'a Aliyun. Ali came. The second says Akala Aliyun at-ta'ama. Akala Aliyun at-ta'ama. Ali ate the food. If you look at these two sentences, both of them have one thing in common. What is that? They have verb. Both of them have a verb. The verb in the first sentence is the word ja'a, and the verb in the second sentence is the word akala. Another thing they share is that the both of them have a subject, that is a fa'il, the doer of the action, which is the word Ali. So Ali is the performer of the action in the two sentences. One thing that the second sentence has that the first sentence is void of is that the second sentence has at-ta'ama, which is coming as the maf'ulun bih, the object of the sentence. Now where we're heading to, I told you the last time that al-fa'ilul lazim, the intransitive verb, is a type of verb that does not require an object to make a complete meaning. Look at it. Ja'a Aliyun. Ali came. Has a message been conveyed? Of course. No question to ask. Ali came. But the verb akala, this is a type of verb that we call the transitive verb, because the action here must or should be transferred and extended to an object. Ali ate. So this action will be directly transferred and extended to the object. Ali ate the food. Akala Aliyun at-ta'ama. Ali ate the food. The action performed by Ali is received by the food. So this is why we say that the verb ja'a is an intransitive verb, while the verb akala is a transitive verb. And I gave you lots and lots of examples. I also told you that the word, sometimes a word could be made into transitive by simply adding a letter to the verb. Like I gave you the word dhahaba. Dhahaba means he went. If I say dhahaba Williamu, it means William went. But if I say adhaba Aliyun Williama, here it means Ali made William to go. The first one, William went by himself. But in the second, William went because Ali made him to go. So the verb dhahaba here is made transitive by simply adding hamza to it. So dhahaba and adhaba, even though they have the same root, the difference is this addition of hamza. So dhahaba William went. Adhaba Aliyun Williama. William was made to go by Ali. There are other examples we could bring, but let's quickly come back to our book An-Nahwu al-Wadih, and from here we'll see lots and lots of examples. But today we will be more specific about seeing the types of transitive verbs that we have. Let's dive in quickly. Now we are still on our book An-Nahwu al-Wadih lil-Marhalati al-Ibtida'iyya, which is the grammar book that we have always been using. The playlist of other videos we have produced in the past is here above. You can go there to watch them. Now we have Aqsamul Muta'addi. That is the types, classification of the transitive verbs. Here we have examples. The first example we have, you can see this is divided into three sections. The first section we have the example Zara al-Fallahul Qasaba. The farmer planted the sugar cane. Zara al-Fallahul Qasaba. The verb there is the verb zara'a. He planted. This is a transitive verb because it requires an object to make a complete meaning. Number two, we have atfa al-hawa'ul misbaha. The air or the breeze of extinguished the what? The lamp. So here, atfa'a, the action was extended to the sub-object of the sentence, which is al-misbah. Number 3, we have tasuku rihu sahaba. The breeze or the air is moving the cloud. Can you see? Number 4, we have yarkabul farisul jawada. The horseman is riding the horse. So here, yarkabu is the verb, and it is also a fi'l muta'addi, that is a transitive verb. Lastly, we have, okay, number 5, we have ya'udu tabibul marido. The doctor is healing, the doctor is visiting the sick. So you can see the action of visiting requires an object. Therefore, it is also a transitive verb, fi'l muta'addi. Number 6, we have yastajibullahu du'a. Allah is answering the prayer. Allah answers the prayer. So the word istajaba, yastajibu is also a transitive verb. Coming to the second section, we have dhanantul jawwa mu'tadilan. I thought that I perceived, or I thought the weather to be temperate. I thought the weather to be temperate. Here, when we look at these two here, this sentence here, you see some slight difference. What is the difference? Here we have two objects. So the transitive verb here is extended to two objects, not just one. Dhanantul jawwa. I thought the what? The weather to be meaning I thought the weather, thinking it to be what? Temperate, to be in a moderate condition. So that is why you see al-jawwa and mu'tadilan, both of them are in the nasbu case carrying fatha. Now number 2, come when we read the explanation of this topic. Ra'aytu sulha khayran. I saw what is as-sulhu? Sulhu means to make what is it called? Mediation, to make mediation and cause mediation between people who are not in good terms. Khayran, I saw mediation to be good. So as-sulha, I saw mediation to be good, meaning I saw good in mediation. You can put it this way. So both of them are also the objects, and therefore the word ra'aytu is a type of verb which is, first of all, it is a transitive verb, but this type of transitive verb will affect two objects. Number 3, we have wajadtul faragha mufsidatan. I saw emptiness and freeness. I saw emptiness and freeness to be corruptive. For one to be free without doing anything, unengaged, it is what mufsida, it is corruptive. Good. The word wajada is also a transitive verb that extends its action to two objects. Good. Number 4, we have a'taitu sa'ila khubzan. I gave the questioner, I gave the beggar khubzan, a bread. A'taitu sa'ila. Listen to this very well. I gave the beggar khubzan. So the action of giving, the action I've done here, affected two things. It affected the beggar because my action was extended to the beggar. It was done upon the beggar, one, and also on the bread itself, because it was the bread I gave out. So these are two objects that the word ata has affected. So this is a fi'l muta'addi. Number 5, we have yaksul ilmu ahlahu wa qaran. Can you see? Yaksul ilmu. Knowledge. The knowledge clothes its own people. The knowledge clothes the knowledgeable people waqaran, with humility. It clothes them humility. Can you see? So the word kasa yaksu is also this type. Then we have yaski tabibul marido dawa. The doctor is giving the patient the drinkable or the medicine to drink. Can you see? Meaning it's making him to drink the medicine. So the word saka yaski, it is also a fi'l muta'addi that extends its action to two objects. Now to the last section, we have number 1. Sa'uri aliyan al-kitab mufidan. Sa'uri aliyan al-kitab mufidan. I will show Ali that the book is beneficial. Now there are 3 objects or 3 ways that the action of showing has affected and extended to. The first one is Ali. My action of showing Ali. What am I showing him? I'm showing the book. That what? The benefit of, I'm showing him how beneficial the book is. So 3 things. This type of word is also a fi'l muta'addi. a transitive verb, but its actions are extended to 3 objects. Now coming to number 2, we have أعلمت الطغاة الظلم وخيما. I thought or I told, meaning I made the oppressors to know that oppression wahiman has a bad ending. Oppression is calamitous. Can you see? So أعلمت الطغاة, the first object it affected is the at-togot. Then second, it affected the azulma, then wahiman. Good of you, good. Number 3, we have Amba'ani Rasulul Amir Qadiman. The messenger informed me that the Amir, the governor, is coming. Can you see? Amba'ani Rasul Al-Amir. First, the first object is the need that is there. He informed me first. Al-Amir, about the Amir that is coming. Now we have number 4, Naba'tuhumul kibra mamukutan. I informed them that al-kibra, which is some pomposity and arrogance, mamukutan is some darkened, that is a blackish thing. Number 5, we have akhbarutul gilman al-la'iba mufidan. I informed the children that playing is beneficial. Can you see? Al-gilmana, al-la'iba, mufidan. 3 objects. Number 6, we have khabbartul musafirin al-qitara mutaakhiran. It looks like I also informed the travelers that the train is late. Can you see? Al-musafirin first, al-qitar second, then mutaakhiran. Lastly, we have haddathul awlada. I told or I informed the children as-sibahata nafi'atan, that swimming is beneficial. Can you see the word al-awlad? First, it is mansub. The word as-sibahata mansub, and the last word nafi'atan is also mansub. So the conclusion here is that the type, we have 3 types of transitive verbs mentioned here. The first type is the one that affects just one object. The second type is the one that affects 2 objects. And the third type is the one that affects 3 subjects, as we have seen below. Now I'm coming to the Al-Bahthu, detailed explanation of this topic by the Shaykh who wrote this book. May Allah bless them. We have جميع الأفعال في الأمثلة السابقة متعدية. All of the verbs in the previous examples we have read, all of them are muta'addiya. They are all transitive verbs. لأن كل واحدا منها ينصب المفعول به. This is because each of these verbs will make a maf'ulun bihi, an object, to be in the accusative case, which we have learned. Now, غير أن إذا وزن بين الأفعال في الأقسام الثلاثة المتقدمة. The only thing here is that if we should weigh the 3 categories of these verbs, from the 3 sections we have, if we should weigh the verbs against one another, وجدناها في القسم الأول ناصبة مفعولا به واحدا. We will find out that in the first column alone, the example number 1 to 6 there, all the verbs which appear there, even though they are also transitive verbs, the only thing is that they only put a single verb in a single object into the accusative case. Now, وفي القسم الثاني, while in the second section, ناصبة مفعولين اثنين, you will find out that the verbs which are there will make 2 objects to be in the accusative case. وفي القسم الثالث ناصبة مفاعيل ثلاثة, you will find out that these verbs, they are the types that will put 3 different objects in the accusative case. نعود مرة ثانية إلى بحث المفعولين في القسم الثاني. Now let's return back to the second section and see the type and look at the objects, the 2 objects which are there. فنجد أنهما تارة يصح الإخبار بثانيهما عن أولهما لو جعل مبتدأ وخبرا كما في الأمثلة الثلاثة الأولى. He's saying that if we look at the second section, example number 1 to 6, we would find out that in the first 3 examples, These verbs which have made two objects to be in the accusative case, you will find out that these first three examples, example 1 to 3, it was possible that the second object, like example number 1 we have ظننت الجو معتدلا. The word معتدل there, it was possible for us to use it as a khabar which gives us information about the mubtada, the noun al-jawu. Like we could say al-jawu mu'tadilun. And number 2 we can say as-sulhu khairun. Number 3 we can say al-faragu mufsidatun. Can you see? We could say this. This is what he's explaining. وَتَارَةً لَا يَصِرُ فِيهِمَا ذَلِكَ. But sometimes this is not possible. Like when we check كما في الثلاثة الأخيرة في هذا القسم. Like when we check example number 4 to 6, we cannot say as-sa'ilu khubuzun. It is not possible. We cannot say the questioner, the beggar, is bread. It is not possible. Unlike when we said al-jawu mu'tadilun, the weather is temperate and moderate. Can you see? Good. So example number 1 to 3 in the second section, we can see that the verb which has changed two objects to the accusative case, these two objects, the second one could have served as a predicate to the first one if it was mubtada and khabar. While in the second 3 examples, this was not possible. ومن ذلك كانت الأفعال التي تنصب مفعولين على نوعين. From this that we have just learned, we can now conclude that this type of verbs which makes two objects to be in the accusative case are of two types. The first type, الأفعال التي تنصب مفعولين كان في الأصل مبتدأ وخبرا كظن ورأى. The first category is the category of verbs which can make two objects to be in the accusative case carrying fatha, their ends. But these two verbs originally, they were mubtada and khabar. They were both noun and predicates, as we saw in the first 3 examples of the second section. The second type, الأفعال التي تنصب مفعولين لم يكن أصلهما مبتدأ وخبرا كأعطى وكسى. The second category are the type of verbs which could make two objects to be in the accusative case, but these two objects, their origin wasn't from noun and predicate, like the word a'ta and kasa, as we saw in example section 2. Now we have our rules, and from here we are going to stop. The first rule says ينقسم الفعل المتعدي أربعة أقسام. That the فعل المتعدي, the transitive verb, is categorized into 4. The first category, ما ينصب مفعولا به واحدا, is the one that can only make a single object to be in the accusative case. The second type is ما ينصب مفعولين أصلهما مبتدأ وخبر, is the type that will make two objects to be in the accusative case, but these two objects, they were originally nouns and predicates. وهو ظن وحسب وخال وزعم وجعل وأدى وهجى وهب وجميعها تفيد الشك مع ميل إلى الرجحان. All of these verbs we have mentioned, these are the type of verbs that we put two objects in the accusative case, but these two objects, their origin was from what? Mubtada and khabar. And these two objects, they always show us that there is doubt. Only that, even in this doubt, there is still some level of certainty between the two. So ورأى وعلم ووجد وألقى وألف ودار وتعلم وتفيد اليقين ورد وترك وتخي. And these words you have mentioned, رأى علم ووجد ألقى and دار وتعلم وتفيد اليقين. These ones, they show certainty. ورد وترك واتخذ واتخذ وجعل ووهب وهذه تفيد تحويل الشيء من حال إلى حال. As for this last category we have mentioned, these ones, they mean that a condition change, something change from a condition to the other. Then Jim, we have وما ينصب مفعولين ليس أصلهما. The third category of the transitive verb is the one that will change two objects. ليس أصلهما مبتدأ وخبر. These two objects, their origin wasn't from mubtada and khabar. وهو كثير, there are many. ومنه, among them is the word أعطى, سأل and كسى. Now coming to the last category, ما ينصب ثلاثة مفاعيل. These are the types of verbs that will change three objects into the accusative case. وهو, and these are the word أرى, أعلم, أنبأ, نبأ, أخبر, خبر, حدث, and the other ones that are not mentioned. So you can see from here how we have been able to describe and to distinguish and also classify, categorize the type of transitive verbs we have. One of the ways you can benefit from these lessons is that after this, our own lesson, which is a summarized part of it, you could go back. You can see a lot of over 50 words have been mentioned here. You can go back and use each of the words to form your own sentences. This will make you to grab the real topic very well. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless us among his servants. Until we meet again, make sure you like, share with your friends, your comments at the comment section. Do not forget to check our store in order to check some of our products there and get whichever one you choose to get. And you can also click on the join button below to be part of our membership or members only content. Until we meet again, jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum.